I want to see. They said you may begin. We're starting at the 4-minute mark. All right, you see the Morpeko in the active chat room. You may say, Mello, what does that Morpeko do? And you know, as a good streamer, I'm going to tell you what the Morpeko does. And I'm currently filling airtime, not to Google it, but to build up hype and to build up suspense. So the card has 2 attacks. One of them is called, where's the stupid card? Torment. Torment does 20 damage, and choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks during your opponent's next turn. That Pokemon can't use that attack. This card is good for a variety of reasons. One of them is you can stop Trinity Nova on an Arceus, or you can Torment Aqua Bullet as well. Spark is the other attack, 50 damage and 20 to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Alright, so you see the attach pass, but there's not much else that Kwong can do to that Morpeko on turn number 1. You see the Heavy Ball grabbing a Sobble off the prizes. No, solid correction. Heavy Ball grabbing nothing off the prizes. The fail there. Alright, chat. Who did we vote for? It looks like, for some reason, you all think Morpeko Miltank is going to win. That's a Morpeko, which is from the set Rebel Clash, obviously. Both these players are 2-0, by the way, chat room. Alright, they keep calling the Crushing Hammer. Heads, you'll love to see it. Okay, Alex has an okay hand. We can also see a Spark here as well. This man actively choosing to attach the Twin instead of the Lightning Energy. That activates Raihan in the future. Yo, Lucas, coming in with the raid. I appreciate that, Lucas. Welcome everyone from Lucas Streamer, currently at Tabletop Village in Seattle, Washington, watching round number 3. We're watching table 1, Morpeko Miltank up against Palkia V-Star. And there's a Spark, 100 to the active and 20 to the bench. Alex taking the lead here. There we go. Okay. Internet had some troubles, but it looks like we're good now. So we're already going to be able to grab a Drizzy and a Level Ball as well. Level Ball is going to be able to help us chain some Drizzies. We should see some Palkias coming down here. There we go. Just some clarification of the current board state. Iridia for the Level Ball, not the Level Ball for the Drizz. You see a Canceling Cologne in the hand. That's actually huge. Canceling Cologne to get through one of the Miltanks could matter a lot. Good effort, Paper. Good effort. Alright, quick ball, another water. That could actually be a big deal. One of Alex's win conditions in this matchup is to run Kwong out of energies. There's the Radiant Greninja, bro. People love this Radiant Greninja here. We saw Corey go for Radiant Greninja to try and conceal cards into a Palkia V instead of just quick balling for the Palkia V. And now we're again seeing a quick ball for a Greninja instead of just grabbing the Palkia and kind of hoping you draw into it. I do not love this play. Okay, there's the quick ball. Quick ball is going to be able to grab a Palkia. Get rid of the boss's orders. Ooh, that's super important in this matchup. You really want to get rid of that Path of the Peak. I don't think Kwong knows what Alex's deck does, but if I see a Morpeko in my opponent's active spot, I'm getting rid of the Path of the Peak ASAP because I don't think it's going to matter here. Boo is a Ravenclaw for sure. All right. See some shuffling. Concealing some cards. Another Water Energy in the discard pile. Which of that Palkia can't come down unless you play the Path as well. But if you play the Path, you can't use Palkia's V-Star ability. Kwong still hasn't seen the Miltank. So he doesn't know. Alex is going to be able to get the boss KO on a Drizzy here. And really eliminate the outs that Kwong can use to get through this thick Miltank. Oh my goodness. Kwong is currently realizing, or probably realizing what's about to happen. There's the boss on the Drizzy. And there is Spark for a knockout on the active Drizzy. And Alex goes up 2 prizes. The Palkia V-Star is going to be able to take this prize, which is huge. This Morpeko has been running just absolute train on Kwong's board. And Morpeko has obviously 80 HP with the cape, makes it 130. So will get knocked out just by looking at it, even with the cape. All right, there's the concealed cards. Drawing 2 more. Another Palkia. Hopefully Kwong has a way to recycle these Inteleon pieces. Yep, doing some math real quick. There is a knockout. Wrecking Shoes. I'm gonna go and take the Quick Ball. This is huge. I don't know if Alex knows this, but there's a canceling clone in Kwong's hand. If Alex doesn't find that Quick Ball there, Alex actually would have just lost the game. Or potentially just lost the game. I guess Kwong would have to play the path, fill the bench. Yeah, it would have been fine. Quick Ball, grab another Miltank. I have to pay for more parking. There we go, chat. I almost forgot. Let's see the Palkia V-Star. Quick balling away another boss. Oh no. Grabbing a Manaphy out of the deck. Canceling Cologne coming down. And see a knockout on that Miltank. The Kwong goes down to 4 prize cards remaining, but how are we going to be able to get through this last Miltank? There's a Marnie. Alex going to draw a few more cards. Paper, thanks for timing yourself out. Boo, can you time out Paper? Or Sancho? Cape, that is now a thick cow. Now Alex doing a little bit of math, figure out how long this thing can survive. Want to save that Crushing Hammer for any energies that find its way onto something that can actually hit this Miltank. And a pass. Level Ball, going to be able to find a Drizzy. Alex's deck doing exactly what it's supposed to do, which is just kind of sit there and not do much of anything. Until eventually you somehow win the game. Alright, the Shady 4. 80 for Incense. Incense grabbing a quick shooting. So we're going to start hammering away or shooting away at that Miltank. 20 turns, just not much. Yo, what up, Cluff? Enjoy your lurk. Quick shooting onto the Miltank. Not much else Kwong can do, unfortunately. Unless there's a second canceling Cologne somehow in the deck, but I'm pretty sure there's not. Powering up the Greninja. Greninja can really only attack once, unfortunately. Counting it out to boss, it looks like. Alex knowing 2 boss down, there might be a Pal Pad left, but now you're going to be able to start to bench things like this Morpeko and be relatively safe. Tails would have liked to have removed that energy. Chat. My parking expired. In 13 minutes, the parking is free. I have to either go move my car to a new spot to pay for new parking, or take my chance that in the next 13 minutes they won't check the parking. What's the correct move? Get up, Stellar. Hammer off the Greninja. That is a Tails. Get the ticket. Risk it for the biscuit. Microphage, will you pay for my ticket if I get one? Witch Cart fully healing the Miltank. And we'll see a Torment. Wait, Witch Cart heals, right? Get a new card? That's the backup. Okay. I'm gonna go make sure they get that. All right, there we go. We got it fixed. Switch card, of course, is a way better than Switch is. Healing 20 more damage. And because of the Torment, Kwong cannot attack with this Palkia. So this Palkia is actually being walled by everything in the game right now. The Miltanks, the Morpeko, there's the shady dealings. This is actually gross. So Alex has been DMing me this list and we've been talking about it and talking about matchups and stuff for a while. This is my first time seeing it in action. I'm like pretty into it. Morpeko's first attack, Torment, does 20 damage. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks. It cannot use that attack next turn. So Palkia cannot use whatever that attack is called. I forget. Now second attack, for Lightning Colorless, is 50 and 20 to the bench. Which is nice because it KOs Drizziles. There's the rope. The rope does get this thing out of the active. We're likely going to see a Greninja play here. The Greninja can KO this Morpeko. But you should see the damage coming down onto the 2 cows. Now this does remove the effect of Torment. But of course, the Palkia can't hit the Miltank anyway. And there is 90 KOing the Morpeko instead of the Miltank. Or instead of hitting the Miltank. Interesting choice. Clearly just afraid of the Miltank. And there's a Mar to get rid of that massive hand. Now Alex is going to try to draw into a boss. Oh, he succeeded. Good for him. try and draw into a boss for that Shady Dealings Inteleon here in the future. But we're going to go ahead and route for 110 damage onto that active Greninja. Now, what can Kwong do here? It's a quick shooting, but with the cape, that thing is kind of thick there. This counter stadium is huge. Alex is going to need to double attach in order to attack with this active Miltank and potentially go down on the energy attachments. Alpad going to be able to get back the boss's orders. Looks like there is another Temple of Sinnoh in the deck as well. Iridia for the Palpad and the V-Star. We see 3 V-Stars on the bench. Now Kwong's going to go ahead and get back a Melanie, it looks like, and probably a boss's orders. Oh, eyeing up Iridia? There's the boss. The Palpad shuffling both of those back into the deck. Fortunately, these Miltanks are just going to kind of run over. Alex still has room for one more Miltank or one more Pico. Along with 3 prizes left, remember your opponent has to take 6 prizes to win the game. So no reason not to bench one more thing here in the upcoming turns. And likely a pass. There it is. Boss the quick shooting. The capture come down for no effect, just a colorless energy. And there's another route for 110 damage. Trying to get rid of that quick shooting, which is the one way Kwong can really win this game. Level Ball going to be able to thin something out of the deck. Nope, there's nothing in that deck. I'm pretty sure Kwong's going to end up decking out here. Alex's list does play 4 boss's orders. They're going to be able to go chase and or stall anything he really wants to. There's the research. This card drawing 7 new cards. That's a lot of good stuff there. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if there's anything quite good enough. Already down to Canceling Cologne. Looks like there's no Raihan in that hand unless I'm blind. There's a quick shooting onto the benched Miltank. Attach, likely see a retreat, yep, into a Palkia, hoping to tank some hits. But also, I'm not sure if this thing's gonna be able to attack ever again either. We're gonna have to see like an Ordinary Rod or a Nessa come down. I think Alex is currently figuring that part out as well. Palkia is probably pretty stuck here. Group ball away the heavy ball. Looks like grabs an Yveltal out of the deck. And a Marnie. Putting that Yveltal down to the bottom. Drawing new cards, looking for some boss orders for the following turn. Hey, look at that. More boss. No counter stadium, so the Temple of Sinnoh stays in play. No energies also. There's a route for 110. That benched Miltank going to take 20 more ping damage. The benched Miltank has 160 HP, so it will survive this turn, but next turn will go down. So Alex hoping to be able to get the boss KO on that quick shooting Inteleon this turn. There's a boss of a Miltank. Alex currently changing dice around. There's a switch cart. There's a boss on the quick shooting Inteleon. Oh my goodness, the boss stall on the Miltank actually backfires completely, activates the switching cart, and removes the 30 damage from the Miltank. Oh my goodness. Oh, Kwang is still not attaching to the Shady Dealings in Teleon. Aqua Bullet's such a good attack. There's an attachment. Another route. That's what that thing's called, right? All right, let's look at Miltank real quick. In this matchup, you definitely want to be using that quick shooting and Shady Dealings in Teleon. And there's the scoop. Yep, Kwang realizing that there's nothing else to do. And we see. And there's Alex helping out. Alex creates a degenerate deck and then tells people how to beat it. You'll love to see it. We're going to go ahead and pay out the prediction here really quick. Choose now come. Alex wins with Morpeko Miltank to go up to 3-0. And we're going to see Alex likely in top cut of the, what's it called? Friday night tournament. Oh my goodness, chat room. Getting late.